Hi, I am Charity Gordon, and I am creator and admin for LDS Hidden Disability Group on Facebook. LDS is short full term for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but you can also know or heard of us as Mormons, but most of us preferences as LDS. The reason why I created the group and called it LDS Hidden Disability Group is because born and growing up in the church, I have noticed and have experienced myself, as well as others who suffer because most people don't understand. Not most, a lot of people, I would say. And compared to someone who has outward disability, what I mean by outward disability, like someone who's blind, like my brother who has severe disability, severe mental learning disability, and learning disability, or someone who's got a wheelchair, they're going to be more accommodated because it's obvious. People just know how to out them or appropriate. But people with, like myself, who have hidden disability, there's not real support or understanding, and it's hard to explain to other people like what your disability is and helpful. There's only very few people who actually understands. So, and mainly because they've been trained, or because they knew someone, or they have themselves a hidden disability. I could have put disability, but as I said, I just don't feel that there's support for people who have outside disability but not inside. Sorry to repeat myself there, but that's how I feel. I respond to Danielle. No, it's not Danielle. Kirsten, that's her name. Kirsten Danielle. She asked me a question that she would like to join, but felt that the term of the name and the fact that it seemed to be a special needs group, I don't see it as a special needs group, and I kind of feel how she feels, but I just don't think that she should see it that way and stuff. This group, like other groups from other faiths who have like ADHD and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's how I put frustrating to say, well, if I'm going to put disability, then it means I don't want to help because it means that I'm in a box. Well, I'm sorry, but if you want to have help and recognition of your disability or your hidden disability, then you have to admit that you help. And I'm not boxing anybody in a special needs section. I feel myself, I was chucked in a special needs school, and with no experience, just said, oh, she had a brain injury, that's it, which, long story, was more than that before I had my brain injury. And I had problems already. And So I know how it feels to be boxed in thing, but you have to see that that's probably pride. I have to admit myself, I had pride myself about felt pride that I didn't want to be put in a box in that section. But I'm not boxing this at all in this group as a special needs group. It's not. It's completely different. It's a support group and a recognition group, as well as a group to educate people in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints about people who have hidden disabilities and know how to help them. As I said, I'm repeating myself probably, but I can't remember brain injury and ADD. But as I said, I learned that pride just doesn't stops you to progress in life. It stops you to have help. I like this scripture in Psalms. No, it's not Psalms, Proverbs. Let's see. But taking time from my spare phone. Okay. Yeah, in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. So basically, it's saying that pride can weaken us and can make us bring forth shame to us, that we end up come low with wisdom. What I mean by that, it means that basic to my understanding, it means that you don't have much wisdom when you do that. You end up having less wisdom, especially if you, like for myself, who has long-term difficulties with my disability, I find it's frustratingly difficult and painful, and I have noticed people who have hidden disability, who have this pride that causes them shame to admit they have a disability, and then say, oh, actually I'm boxed in because I've been in, my boss recommended me to go to this group to help me with my writing and my speech and spelling, whatever, and then they never actually progress because the pride stops them. It stops us to be intelligent, and it doesn't do anybody good. And the person who's victim is yourself. So yeah, because it's like unto this picture, my favorite picture is a picture of Moses, the prophet, who led the children of Israel in the wilderness, and they needed to be healed because they was bitten by serpents, poisonous snakes basically, and the serpent, to only be healed, Moses had to put the stick and as a cross, as you see, and a serpent on top, and all they have to do to be healed so they won't die was look up But some didn't not look up because they had pride and shame, saying, "Oh, you know what? This is too easy. I'm not. This is simple. This is too easy. I'm not going to do it. You know, I need something more challenging, or whatever has to do. I'm not going to do it." And then the rest died because they didn't. But those who didn't had pride look up, and they lit, and that's and so, like, I think it's prideful to when you say, "Oh, I don't want to be boxing. I don't want," I know that, but and sometimes that's probably a good reason not to. But pride, having fear is a subtle way of pride, and it destroys ourselves and other people around us. But the biggest is ourselves. And I'm sorry, like people like Kirsten, who don't want to be boxed in this group. I'm sorry, but it's not about being boxed in. This is about supporting and progressing yourself. Because Christ, like in my second picture, because Christ wants to help us, but we have to open the door to let him help, and that means people that will help us. But if we just have a pride, then we miss out. Our pride can be like that door, divides us from people like Christ to come and help us, because of our pride leads us to fear of that maybe that I don't think I deserve, or I'm far better than this. I didn't all my well to do so far with my disability. I think I'm fine. Or and when actually you could have life would be a lot more easier, and it's all about progressing as part of I believe is learning and progressing in life. In the LDS Mormon faith, and we need to progress, but we cannot progress if we have pride that equals to fear, and then so, and then that stops us to having the blessings that we could have. I hope that that people like you, Kirsten, will change your mind from me explaining this video to you, and just don't let pride set into you, because you feel you don't want to be put in a category or any of that. So, but I just hope that you have the confidence and the courage to get out from that barrier in yourself of fear and pride, and say, I got this, and I want help, support, and progress. Bye.